Hello, dudes and girls and amorphous blobs floating out in space. This is like the second take I'm doing because I just realized I didn't press record and I've been talking to myself in my room for like 7 minutes. I don't know why I'm like this nervous to talk to my phone, you know? You're not even a real person. I don't know if anyone's even gonna listen to this. It's like, I don't know even if it's useful, you know, but maybe if you're watching this and you're like, want to learn something, then, stay. Listen to me babble in your ear for like a couple minutes, while you're drawing or doodling or typing something up. Yeah, okay. What I want to talk about today is fluidity in drawings. Sorry about English is hard for me, okay? I'm sorry. It's not my first language. My parents struggle with it. I struggle with it. It's just, that those little sounds. Hard, man. No, anyway, like I said, like the line of motion in a drawing. I struggle with it sometimes, but like in the drawing, you may notice I start with a line, a curved line. Because you usually, when humans stand, they always bend to one side, or they're leaning, or their arm is out, or their leg is thrown out to the back to balance, It's weird to stand just straight with their arms to the side and like just straight face. That's just weird, man. You gotta think when you start doing a drawing, you gotta think that the drawing is real, You gotta think that, would a person stand like that? Would a real person just stand like that with their arms to the side and with the straight legs? No, nobody stands like that. That's weird. Think before you draw, Plan it out. Humans don't just stand there in the middle of nowhere doing nothing. Usually people are on their phone, they're drinking a cup of coffee, they're reading something, they're talking to someone, and they always have their hand on their hip, like they're scratching their head or their ass, or, doing something like that. See your drawing as an actual person. Draw the shapes, the rib cage, circle, the head, that potato polo shape. I usually start with that because too many parts. I get lost sometimes. So I start with that, and then I draw a character from it, and drawing the eyes, the mouth, the lips, and then just remember, don't stick the arms to the side, and just bend them from the elbows. That's not how arms work. Usually when you've got one arm stretched out to talk to someone, it's away from the body, because if you have the arms just bent at the elbows, it's just gonna look weird, It's gonna look stiff, and it's going to read as being stiff. Yeah, just taking a sip of coffee. Yeah, so always, and sometimes what I do when I have a drawing, I take off my glasses. And if you don't wear glasses, I don't know what to say. I take off my glasses, I take my drawing, and then I squint at it. And then and if it looks kind of weird in one spot, you'll notice. Or put it at the end of your room if you don't wear glasses, or if you don't need glasses, and then look at it from far away, because that's really a good trick if you want to see if your composition of the drawing is wrong, Or, if you have a problem with always drawing stiff people, or if you're drawing and you're sketching and this doesn't look right, take a piece of paper, like garbage paper, and draw a bunch of thumbnails. I know. Some people say, no, stop, don't draw thumbnails. That's wrong. It destroys your creativity. Let your mind run free. No, you should draw thumbnails. when I'm drawing pieces like I want to have perfect and beautiful and amazing, I draw like 5 to 10 thumbnails. And if you don't know what a thumbnail is, a thumbnail is like a very small, rough, doodly thing. A doodly thing like you want to draw, but it's very small. You draw a bunch, and then you draw a character in a bunch of different positions. And then you color some of them in, you know, to see what color palette fits. Because I've made a lot of problems when I didn't use to draw thumbnails, where I colored in some beautiful drawings. The line work was like perfect, amazing, and just the colors read wrong. You know, they just it just looked ugly, and it isn't because it's your fault. It's because the colors just don't fit. Some colors just don't fit, and that's how it is. Because the color wheel, you know, all that stuff. And sometimes when you use too saturated colors because you think, oh, it's gonna look beautiful, you know, if it's brighter, it's gonna be more happy and amazing. No, that's not how it works. Some saturated colors, like really saturated green and really saturated orange, look terrible together. But if you take like a muted green, like a really light mint of light green, and you take a muted orange and you put it together, it looks awesome. Your orange hair and light green shirt, it looks amazing, you know. That's how things are. Yeah, I don't think I should talk more because I'm just like rambling, and I was talking about flute. I'm not gonna say that word. It's too hard. I'm gonna say the line of motion, and I went off track so much, but you know, you're getting the idea that draw thumbnails if you struggle with getting the thing right. Draw a line of motion, draw the pillow shape I did in the start, and then think of your drawing as a real person. Would a real person stand like that? You know? Thanks for anybody who's watching. If anybody is even watching, I don't think anybody will watch this. I actually just started this because I wanted like to record my drawings and my thoughts. Maybe in the future they'll change. I don't know. Anyway, goodbye.